Hello everyone, welcome back to a gameplay video on this channel. Yes, it has been a long time, but I couldn't think of a better excuse to get back on gaming on this channel than Motorsport Manager 3 on mobile. So, you guys know, you might have known, I've actually been working for these guys over the last couple of months. I've really been enjoying it. I've been doing the video editing for some of the social stuff and the App Store stuff, and I've really been enjoying it. And they said to me, yeah, just go and make some YouTube videos. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go and do it because I love this game so much. So I'm going to quickly create my character here today. We're going to be doing a career mode walkthrough. You might think this is going to be like a one-off thing, but I plan to go to the end with this career mode. So fingers crossed it's going to be a good one. Hopefully I don't get off on like a bad foot. Hopefully I get some decent starts to these races. So let's quickly create my character here. Let's go through, get some curly hair on there. Brown, no beard, not like last year. Glasses, nope. And we're going to go, there we go, decent. There's my character created. And then you start off by choosing a backstory. So ex-engineer, ex-driver and financial, all worthy in their own right of being a good starting place here. I always seem to go with ex-engineer or financial. I don't really start off with ex-driver that much. That could be just a silly thing on my part. I don't know why I don't do it, but I don't. But I generally go with ex-engineer overall because it's really important, reliability in the early stages. You don't want to be retiring from races. So that's why I'm going to go with this one, because it's got the reliability. But of course, if you want to just save money, financials on the right hand side, I'd go with that. And if you just want to get some good drivers, maybe being the ex-driver is the one to maybe go for. But I'm going to maybe go the conservative route and go with the engineer. So here are the 4 tiers. So upgrade from the last one, 4 tiers and new cars. So GT cars are in this game, endurance cars are in this game. I'm just scrolling through so you guys can see them all. Hopefully it's not too fast, but you can understand where everything is. But yes, you've got World Motorsport at the top, like before, Asia Pacific, IE Cup and International GTs, and then you've got European Racing, IEC, the B class, and then the GT Challenger, sort of their B class in that. Then you've got GT Rising Stars and the Open Wheel Sprint, where we are going to be starting in this series. Now, I'm planning to do a series in the GT Rising Stars series and going up through either Endurance or GT Racing. That's probably going to be on my second channel, so if you're interested in that, be a link in the description to that. So if you're enjoying this one, or if you do enjoy this one, maybe go and check that out. That might be up in a couple of days' time. But for this one, we're going to start in Open Wheel Sprint, and we're going to continue on with that. So nice animation like always. And then you decide to change your team name if you want, and customize livery. So I'm just going to quickly change it to AFR Motorsport, to sort of go with my theme of things. And then you have the livery design, which you can see right there looking lovely, but you can customize it to suit your colors. This is just sort of the colors of the game, so we're gonna change this to red. I already had an idea of what one I wanted before, so we're gonna go with this, and then that, I think. And then went to style 1, I quite like that. But then I've been thinking about this. I've recorded this a couple of times already because I wanted to make sure it's perfect. I've gone back and done it again. I think I'm going to go with this one. I don't know whether we should even go with white. No, let's go with grey. Grey's slightly different. I quite like that livery. Maybe we could even go with something different than red. Although red does work quite well. We could just go dark red. No, let's go with a bright red. Let's go with that. Maybe some people will hate it. Maybe most people hate it, but I think it's alright. Let's go with it. So we're going to jump in to the home screen here, and you get this tutorial message straight away. So I'd definitely advise, if you haven't ever played a Motorsport Manager game before or anything like this before, just do the tutorials. You might think, oh, tutorials are boring, but genuinely these are done really well in this game, so I'd advise doing it. I have played quite a lot of this game by doing the video editing for Play Sport, so I hope I know enough that I don't look silly here, but we're not going to turn on the tutorials, especially it probably doesn't work too well for a video as well. So here is the lovely brand new home screen. Lovely stuff. So we got at the top just the team stuff and the drivers' cars and staff, scouting, building parts, sponsors, headquarters, supply network, which gets unlocked after the first race, young driver program, which will be the end of the season, next year's car, which is available after a couple of races, and then on the right hand side we've got the standings, any messages, and a GMA vote, which I think is at the end of the season as well. Yes, it is. So, what do we want to do? Start off, let's have a look at this. Well, actually, a lot of people on Reddit are wondering what this is at the top here. This is influence. There's a bit of an idea. So this is your team influence. Influence is used for sneakier actions, such as bending the rules on a part you're building, persuading a driver into a contract negotiations. Signing sponsorship deals is the best way to gain this influence, but you can also get it in other ways. For example, if you do a vote and you decide to abstain, if I remember correctly, you get some influence for that. I think before you didn't get anything for abstaining, so there's actually an idea or like a reason to abstain now. So yeah, we'll get into influencing down the career mode. You guys are going to see a lot of this on this channel. I'm getting back into it. I've got a lot of recording time here, so I'm just going to go ahead and do as much as possible. But one of the most important things before you go into your first race is sorting out your driver lineup. So generally, you get a pretty good first driver, and then a second driver of 1 star, and that's the case here once again. So Alex, yes, we've got a person called Alex as our driver. It couldn't be any better. So yeah, we're going to probably replace Nikita. All the best, mate, but you're not that great. So here we are. Whoa, we got someone nearly 5-star potential here. That's pretty incredible. A couple of people with 5-star potential is pretty mad, but then they are only like 1-star rated right now. So they would take a bit of time to get good in a way. So this is on recommended right now. If you want to go to interested, it can show every person that's interested. Recommended sort of just scales that down and gives you the best options and sort of filters out the rubbish in a way. Not saying everyone's rubbish, but just saying there are some drivers that you shouldn't sign. Like maybe the bottom 2, unless you're up for a real challenge. They are pay drivers, however, so if you want money, maybe just go with them. So we've got a couple of options here. You can see Mila is a pay driver. You can see in green it's got 300,000 and the checkered note. That is just to signify, to show that they are a pay driver. I am not going to go with the pay driver. I'm going to try and go with just the best driver possible. This is tough because there are some drivers down here with really high potential. But right now they're only like 1.5 stars, and Sophia is 2.5 stars, and we know from previous games that she's pretty decent. So I'll talk about a bit of influence in a minute as well, like how you can use influence to sort of negotiate with drivers and show you how that works. So here we go. So she's not that. She doesn't really care if she's number 1 driver or not, so we'll just put her as equal. Cost per race, we'll put her about there. Luckily, she's got 3 patience, so we can maybe try our best here to get the best possible deal. We nearly matched it straight away. Let's try and go with a 2-season contract because we don't want to be ramping up the cost in the second season. Okay, that's gone backwards. That was not very clever, Alex. Let's just go with that then, and maybe that. Fingers crossed, that might blitz through. Okay, I think you can see I've done a bit too much there. So by taking off that and then putting on some extra stuff, I've sort of messed it up a little bit. I've actually spent a bit more than I probably needed to. But anyway, we've got Sophia for the end of the season, or till the end of the season at least. She's probably too good for this tier, to be perfectly honest, but I wanted to make sure that we have someone decent in all of our seats. There's a siren outside. Apologies for that. So there's our driver sorted out, but I wanted to show you guys what you can do with influence. So if you go into show all, and you can see on the right hand side there's a persuade option button ding. So basically you can influence any driver if you've got enough influence points into your team, and you're not getting them as soon as you use that influence. You're basically influencing them to sort of get into contract negotiations with them. So if you hit that button, you don't automatically get that driver in your team. You've still got to go through the contractual process, which is still very hard with someone like Chapman, Vasquez, Sharp at the top there. They're very, very good drivers, and they won't just accept any old offer. So just be careful with that. And especially, you only start with 30 influence, so you're not going to be getting anyone that great, but you can go that option if you want. So that's our driver sorted. That's explained influence to you guys a little bit. Let's have a look at this. So we've not got a great car right now. 40% chassis, 30% efficiency on the fuel. So we're going to go and build a front wing. So let's see what our engineers and mechanics are like. Yeah, okay, not that great. Ricky at the end there is especially not very good, but he's given us a bit of reliability, which is good. Nearly 70% reliability is pretty good. I'm going to upgrade the HQ to unlock suspension here, so that's 1.5 million. And that's pretty much taking us down the budget quite quickly. So we don't want to spend too much here, as I'll Bob the Builder. So let's go back here. And you can also buy parts. Quite expensive way of doing it, but if you need a part quickly, that is definitely an option, I'd say. But definitely just think about it. They're pretty expensive for what they are. Building a part is what, I think under $1 million, and then most of these parts are over $1 million. So just weigh up the options. If you need a part quickly, that might be the way to go. Let's go on to staff now. So we did see that Ricky's not very good. So let's go on to find new engineers, and you can see we've got a couple of decent people here that are better than my current one. Leadership here from She is pretty good. It's quite expensive though. I might just try and save money for this season and go with what we got. Oh, sorry, brought up the iPhone control panel thing. And as for our mechanics, do we have anything better? I mean, we do. I mean, what's our second mechanic? We'll talk about these spanners in a minute. These spanners are important. Only seven spanners. That's not good. 10 spanners. Pretty good, but quite expensive. 160,000 a race, like nearly as much as the driver. I say for the first season we won't change any of our staff, and we're just gonna hope that we get through. So now for sponsorship offers, we're going to go with Eve Technologies, a pretty good starting sponsor here. They give us pretty good money per race, and I think we'll take that. And obviously Influence as well, 5 Influence, 15 Influence would be a bit much maybe as a first sponsor, but there's automatically 5 extra Influence, which is awesome. Offers here, 15 Influence here, so this is a good one. So we're going to go with that. Sign that sponsor up, nice stuff. There we go, so 50 Influence, so we probably could get a pretty decent driver with that, but you kind of want to just get through the bottom tier quite quickly, especially if you spent a load of money on getting Sophia into the team, so I don't want to be doing too much extra spending otherwise. Headquarters, obviously we're going and upgrading the ride handling centre. Won't be doing any extra stuff right now. I'm interested to see what you guys think of the Supplier network, which we'll talk about after the first race, but I think we're pretty much ready for the first race now. We've got all the messages. Our front wing, I think, isn't it? This should be fixed now. Not fixed now, built now. There we go. Awesome stuff. Front wing built. Better performance and reliability than expected, which is perfect. So we're going to give that one to Sophia to try and even it out somewhat, because she's a pretty terrible car otherwise. And decent. There's more XP to be had. You can see I've got loads of experience. That's not just because I've got, I haven't bugged anything to this game, but obviously I've been playing a lot, recording stuff for the guys over at PlaySport, so that's the reason why I've got all that experience. That's going to be probably reset when the game's actually coming out, so I'm not hacking, I promise. This is just the way it is. I've been playing a game a lot. So that's that, all good. We're looking forward to the first race. It's in Ardennes, and here we are, Ardennes. Lovely stuff. Right, let's go. So where do we think we're going to go? We're going to risk it? Could we go try and get the big bucks? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to see what we can do. I feel like there's a pretty low likelihood we're going to get this money, but I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. So it's not raining. It's a little bit cloudy and overcast here in Ardennes, but let's continue on. Lovely warm day. Okay, it's just that, even though it's slightly cloudy. Right, so you don't really want to simulate qualifying. I'll tell you why. It's just so much more intuitive to do qualifying. It's so much more fun. So let's get into this and show you guys what it's like. So when you press send out, you get this sort of card game. Now you might think at first, what, that doesn't make any sense, but it's just a great way of doing it. I love it. It's like a mini game really inside the main game itself, and it's sort of like you're sort of betting your odds whether you can get a good setup or not. So you can see it says 2 to 10, for example. You're going to get a number in between those, and it will take them off the spanners at the bottom there. So let's press it, because we know we've got more than 10, so we're going to be able to do this one all right. That's taken off 8 there, so we've only got 3 left. And now you can see going to this third one, it's a big risk, because 0 to 4 and 0 to 5, both of them are, there's a possibility I could completely ruin my setup here, and you want to try and maximise this as best as possible. I hope this doesn't happen. Please don't get 4. Yes, I got a 0. Nice. But now do you want to push it even further? Because if I go 0 to 5, there's a likelihood, a somewhat nearly 50-50 likelihood that I could completely ruin my setup here. Like I've just done. Maybe that's a bad way, but there we go. I've ruined my setup through doing that. So trying to push it the extra step has ruined my setup. That was silly. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. At least it showed you guys what it was like though. That's the main thing, right? That's why we're all here, to make me look like a fool. So now we are not going to mess up Sophia's setup so much. We're going to just try and get her out on track because we know she's the better driver. So hopefully she's going to go out there and set the lap time. I'm not going to risk that any further. 18%, that's not too bad, especially in the bottom series. And you might be wondering, what is all this sort of white stuff in the background? Like, why is it sort of a rectangular map now? But there's AR in this game, augmented reality. I don't know whether I'll be able to set it up properly right now, but I will show you guys in another video what augmented reality is like. It's really, really good, and it's cool to just be able to play you're playing on a racetrack basically on your carpet, on your table. It's really, really, really cool, and it's not a gimmick either. You could play a whole season like it if you really wanted to. So let's skip through qualifying. Sorry, I should go a bit faster through here, but nonetheless, guys, I am going to quickly have a sip of water, and you guys can get back to me when I'm done qualifying. So we've got about 4 minutes of the session remaining, and you have to remember I have gone out there and signed drivers that are way too good for this series, and we are sort of costing ourselves in a way because we're spending a lot more money than the rest of the competition here. But you want to try and get out of the bottom tier as quickly as possible, really, because obviously you don't want to be languishing around there for too long, because it's only really intended for one season, maybe 2 seasons if you're new to the game down in the bottom tier. If you're getting stuck in the bottom tier, maybe it might be an idea to try a different series. But here we are. We've got 20 seconds of the session remaining, but we've got a chance to do another setup change. So that's what we're going to do. Sophia's gone and put herself in pole position, which is fantastic. This is a risky one. Yes, we just about did it. I'm not going to risk that any further, but now 63% set up. That's not too bad. And let's send out Alex as well. She's got a better mechanic, so that means that she can have more setup stuff without risk. So let's keep going with this. Maybe one last one. No, we won't push it any further. So we actually sort of clawed that back with Sophia. She's actually got, I think, a better setup than Alex now. How's that happened? But we've got a good margin on the rest of the grid here, but that's not really that sort of, I guess, not that relevant when you get to the race, really, because some strategies caused by the AI are really intelligent, so you want to make sure you're not getting done up by them. So there's Liam from the office, P4, good job from him. Anyone else, I think, from the office? I don't think. Bart Stanley, what a name, in last place. Right, that's good. 1-2 on the grid, and that means that we get our sponsorship bonus, which is good as well. Let's continue on. Good stuff. Here it comes, race day, and Sophia is on pole. Can't wait to hear those engines roar. So both our drivers are pretty similar, actually, in terms of potential and sort of overall right now. So let's continue on. So the mechanics will get bonuses. So you can see here, Alex's mechanics got super soft tyre performance, and Sophia's got fuel burning a bit slower. Or you can decide to not use either of those and sort of increase the mechanics relationship with the driver, which I'm going to do in this race. So we're just going to go with a similar strategy on both cars. We're just going to go super softs to start the race on both cars, and hopefully just do a one stop. You can see both of them should last for half the race, which is good. Let's continue on and get into this one. So a lot of the people around us are starting on the ultra soft tyres. They should get a better start, but will they manage to go the whole distance? Or will they manage to still go the same distance on the track than us? We'll see. I mean, if we make it to lap 7, we're good, because that means that we can pit and move on our merry way. So we just need to make sure we don't pit on the same lap. That's the thing by doing this strategy. So I need to see who's got better tyre wear and then go on that. So I want to also show you guys the leaderboards on the left hand side here. So you can see that's the Classic, then the Mini, and then the Drivers Live Championship, which obviously gets really important when the races go on and you get towards the end of the season. Same with the Constructors Championship as well. I'm going to go on Mini for now. It takes up less of the screen, and it's just, I think it looks cleaner. It's the one I go for a lot of the time. Who has got worse tyre wear? It is Dobson right now in 3rd place, so that means that I'll push Dobson on the in-lap just to make sure, and then Buklova hopefully is good on her tyres. Hopefully she can go the extra lap, so she's going to probably go to lap, I could pit her on lap 6 or on lap 8, that's the thing, but I think we'll go with lap 8 just to try and cover ourselves off and make sure that we don't have people getting in between us basically and holding us up. So we're going to pit Dobson on this next lap here. That's halfway point of the race. We've got 59% reliability, so we should be alright to push and then pit this lap. No repairs needed. Let's speed on. It's quite a short race here. Dobson's going to come in here and hopefully do pretty good through the pits, hopefully no mistakes. Dobson obviously pushing at this period, hopefully should jump a driver. Nice new pit stop animation, which I've seen many a times whilst recording the videos, but it doesn't get old. It still looks good. Switching to neutral now, and now we're going to put Buklova in the pits. Ooh, we could even try and go ultras. I'm just not going to risk it. I'm just going to put her on super softs. Dobson might actually come out in front. This is going to be interesting to see. No, because Dobson got stuck in traffic, so Buklova still come out behind someone. Nazar still come out behind Nazar, but I think Nazar's but pitted really early, so probably unlikely going to get to the end of the race. So the people that we're in a race with are sort of near the bottom here, unless people like the Sharma at the top have a chance of possibly winning this race if they go onto ultra soft tyres, which you'd probably assume they would do at this stage. Where's Sharma? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, Sharma's on ultra softs and going to be going much quicker than us. So currently behind Nazar, we're struggling to get past Nazar right now. 3 laps remaining. I'm going to push. I don't want to. I feel like that Nazar should pit this lap, surely. No, must be trying to go to the end. So we're going to have to push Dobson to try and get through these drivers who are on worse tyres here. I'm going to push Buklova on this last lap of the race as well, just to make sure she keeps the lead this race. But you can see the qualifying pace is still there, but we're not getting the fast lap of the race. Sharma's going to get the fast lap of the race through a clever strategy, and Dobson has still battling for P2 and P3, and we get a 1-2 just about. Very, very close at the end there. And Sharma on those ultra soft tyres has storming through there. Good job from them. Right, so let's see. The race is complete. Good stuff. The strategy works out for us there, and yeah, the people, starting on the soft tyre was never really an option for me, unless you have really bad tyre, where I don't know why you'd particularly do that. But ultra softs to softs, that seems to be one of the best ones to do it, or vice versa. Basically, that's what everyone else did. So I had an inherently slower strategy, but fair play to Hedges actually doing ultra softs to softs. That's a pretty ballsy strategy, because the soft tyre is quite significantly slower. So there we go. There's my 2 drivers on top step of the podium. The sort of bottom series is just about learning, really, and it's sort of more for the people that are new to the game to understand it a bit more. But there we are. Good stuff. 2 podiums, 1 win, 45 points in the bag, 1-2 in the Drivers' Championship, which is great. There we go. So awesome stuff. Great start to our career mode then, guys. I'm hopefully going to be getting more of these videos up over the next couple of days. Expect them maybe once a day. Don't expect like 7 a day. I mean, I'm going to be on holiday from tomorrow, so yeah, that'll be a bit of a mission. But I'm going to try my best to get videos recorded daily for you guys. So there we are. Then it simulates with the other championships, so you can keep an eye on everything, especially if we do get promoted. Probably going to go to ERS, so you can keep an eye out for maybe drivers that are doing well and not so well in those series, maybe thinking of people you could pinch. Sophia's going to have a nice trait, which is fantastic. All good. There we go. So there we are then, guys. First race done in Motorsport Manager 2. Motorsport Manager 3. I'm like a year behind what we're doing. Anyway, Supplier Network. This is something that's really exciting about this game. You can pause that if you want to go and read what they said, but it's important. So much stuff happens here, and so many sort of little mini upgrades for your team. So choosing your starting location is pretty vital here. I'm going to go with United States because it gives a +2 setup stats for most of my mechanics, which is fantastic. It starts your base. Then right away, you can see if you can click on one of these, you can target an asset, and that sort of just gets everything rolling. And then acquiring assets helps out your team. So you want to try your best to do this strategically. You can see this one is maybe worth a little bit more than this one, because you can see if you hit the rush button, which is another way of targeting, it's worth more, this one. So we're going to go with this one, and that should link us over to Africa, and then that can get us into Europe. So that could be a vital one right there. We've gone and got straight away, which is good. So you can rush them as well. I'm not going to use any of my influence straight away, but there's just an option there if you do want to rush certain things to get even more upgrades for your team. So you can see right here as well, once you've got a lot more of them, a lot more of the sort of surrounding ones, you can get +25 stats to your mechanics relationship, etc, etc. So there we are then, guys. I've been trying to finished this video for a little bit now, but stuff keeps popping up that's exciting. So HQ upgrade is complete. That's the ride handling center for the suspension. Fantastic. More XP, more XP. And there we are. Improvement points, of course, still here. So we're going to quickly improve their consistency. And for you, focus. Good. There you are then, guys. Thanks for watching the video. In the next one, we might go ahead and do 2 races. So look out for that tomorrow, actually. So yeah, enjoy, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please remember to leave a thumbs up on the video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Daily content, as I said. Looking forward to it. If you have any questions, comments, all that sort of stuff, leave it in the comment section down below. As I said, I am going to record quite a few videos in advance because I'm going on holiday, so I won't sort of be able to respond to your comments in the game, if that makes any sense, but I will be able to reply in the comment section, as always, as I love doing. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. See you guys all around soon. It's been Alex. I'm out here. Goodbye.